Okay, so we're just going to take a quick look to explain what we were talking about yesterday. So on this battery here, it's just a simple circuit, power to earth, and I've connected my meter up to it. An explanation, I suppose, of what exactly we were talking about yesterday. So I'm checking how much voltage is coming down this line here. And at the minute, I'm connected one end onto the wire, which is 12 volts, the other end onto earth here. And we can see the voltage there, 12.27 volts. Now, the confusing bit when we're talking about modules and power supply is that if this happens on this circuit, watch what happens to the voltage. So I'm going to put this circuit open circuit now. So I'm just going to put it. Straight away, the power on this line here that I'm on has dropped to zero because it's not connected to the power anymore. Now, if we look at our module circuit here, I'm connected across the pins here, pin 1 and pin 2. So power to earth, and I can see I've 13.27 volts coming down that line. Now, if I put this into an open circuit state, straight away we see it dropping 3 volts, 2 volts, and it's going to steadily make its way down. Now, the true explanation of what's happening here is there is no more voltage coming down this pin 1 because I've put it into an open circuit condition. So why am I still registering 2 volts up here? The reason is that inside the module here, there's a capacitor, right? So a capacitor's job is it stores up voltage and then slowly releases it over time. The reason why they put capacitors in the likes of this module is that if you think about with your wipers, if you turn off your ignition and your wiper is up on the screen, the wiper still will return to its park position. So it needs voltage to do that, but you just killed it by turning off the ignition. So the capacitor is there to facilitate that happening, right? Now, when we're looking at this, we're saying that is in an open circuit condition. So realistically, I should be seeing 0 volts on it. The only reason I'm not seeing 0 volts, and it's a steady approximate 1 volt on it here, is that it's still connected to the module. So the capacitor inside the module is giving it a voltage feed out the line. We're just picking it up here on the meter and saying, right, there's 1.4 volts still on that line, but it can't be because it is in an open circuit. So what I'm going to do is, just to show you, if I disconnect the module off it, look what happens to the voltage, if I can do it. I need 3 hands. Let's see, I'm just going to disconnect it here. Hold on 1 sec. Now, I've just pulled the plug off the module and the voltage has gone to 0. If I put the plug back on to the module, it's going to pick up from the voltage stored in the capacitor. There we go. But that's open circuit, because if I fix the actual open circuit on the car, that line will go back to 13 volts. So open circuit with the wiring plug still connected to the module. And all I'm doing then on the module plug is disconnected. I can. 0. So if I'm reading, you can see there exactly what happens, exactly like the wire in the battery. Once I disconnect from a power source and I'm onto that pin 1, my voltage does go to 0. If I reconnect, because inside here we have capacitors, and we also have our 4th wire, which is our signal wire coming to the module. If I reconnect, I will still go back to 147. Now, what I'll do is I'll time this now and let you know, does it actually go to 0 volts and how long it actually takes to go to 0 volts. But that's just a quick clarification, I suppose, on what we were looking at yesterday with open circuits with modules. Okay, thanks.